Hello, here is Roxana. Today I will ask our lovely host, Paula, about her experience during the award ceremony, the European Charlemagne, how to say, Paula, you can correct me, Youth Prize in Aachen. So we will talk a little bit about this and we will see what's happened there.
Hello, thank you for the introduction, Roxana. I'm super happy now to share a bit my impressions from the award ceremony of the European Charlemagne Youth Prize. A bit difficult to say.
Yes, totally for me. So the first question, what is the Young Prize? What's it about?
Mm-hmm. So if you were actively following our Insta stories, you might have also seen it. What was it about? It's a prize given by the European Parliament in cooperation with the Charlemagne Prize Foundation of Aachen. So José and me, we talked already about in our small special episode what the European Charlemagne Prize is about. So if you want to know it, go check it out, the other episode. Basically, it's a political prize given to politicians, who are like pushing forward the European unity. And the Young Prize, it's an initiative, as I said, from the Parliament, and it's awarding young projects or projects run by young people who are also promoting European values. So once a year, I think there are 27 national winners are selected, and we were selected as the Swedish national Charlemagne Youth Prize winners, and everyone was invited to Aachen, which is in West Germany, to the award ceremony.
I follow our profile and I know from you a little what's happened, but let's share with our listeners what was the event about, what's exactly happened in Aachen. So I'm so interested again.
All right, yes, so it was 4 days or 5 days from Wednesday to Saturday. And the thing is, because last year the award ceremony had to be cancelled due to COVID. And so actually we were more than 27, but the double of it. So we were like over 40, over 50 young people there, because also the national winners of the last year were there. So we arrived all on Wednesday afternoon. Then we had a small welcome event and of course a dinner, which was kind of nice. We were invited. We had a very good food there. I mean, we were invited to eat in restaurants and stuff, which was really nice. Maybe a bit sometimes over the top, but though very nice. And then on the next day, that was really our day. So there was this award ceremony of the Charlemagne Youth Prize in the town hall of Aachen, where also the normal prize, the Charlemagne Prize, it's given. And it was very exciting because they picked like randomly, during the award ceremony, they picked randomly some national winners to present their project. And lucky as I am, I was also picked to present our project. We will also put the link to the YouTube video because the award ceremony was live streamed. We can put it in the description. You can also check out my small presentation, which was not at all prepared. But yeah, I hope I presented our project kind of well. And also then the winners were announced, because among those national winners there are 3 winners selected, like the first prize, the second prize and the third prize, which are also getting like financial supporters, financial prizes. And they were really great projects. It was really amazing. Like the first project, the first winner was something with fake news. So it was from Czech Republic, and they did workshops in schools and universities and youth centers how to tackle fake news, and that was really interesting. So that was Thursday. And in the afternoon, we attended it's called Charlemagne Prize Summit, which was an event where there were discussions about political topics, about the EU. And behind this prize is also an institution, and they are also promoting European values and supporting young research fellows in their research about European topics. On Friday then, this continued actually, so we again participated in the Charlemagne Prize Forum on Europe, which were again a lot of discussions, and in the afternoon then we were visited by the Romanian president, Klaus Iohannis, who is the winner of the of the big Charlemagne Prize. And he also held a speech, and we had the possibility to talk a bit with him, which was kind of nice because it's like the president of Romania. Very interesting. And then in the evening again, we had a dinner in a Greek restaurant. And in between, of course, because there were a lot of young people, we talked and we shared ideas, and we already had some ideas for future project. It was really inspiring to meet all those people. Really, really crazy and really, motivating, because there was such a great energy during all the event, because, they're young people full of ideas and want to change something. And then on the last day, on Saturday, then there was the prestigious Charlemagne Prize award ceremony in the town hall of Aachen, where there were many fancy politicians like the Martin Schulz, for example, or Charles Michel, I think, from the European Council, and many speeches. And we had also the possibility to attend this because it was kind of selected audience, although it was also live streamed. We can also put the link in the description, of course. And yes, so that was roughly the program. And after this, we had our departure. It was time to say goodbye then.
Oh,
yeah.
The end is always a sad moment when we have to say goodbye. But what you said, very interesting. I want to ask you about your impression, but it's so interesting how the adult, very seriously politics and issues meet with young people, and in the same place we have the young energy people who have a very super project, but in the same place we have the politics who are very serious and sometimes forget about young people and about young projects. So I want to ask you about your what was your first impression, but you can say your second impression also of being part of this event, like event which contain the serious part and this more energetic young face of Europe.
It's very nice that you mentioned this, actually, because I thought a lot about it during the event. My first impression was really, wow, this is so empowering, and this is great that the European Parliament is giving the opportunity to us to speak in front of an audience, to present our ideas and projects, and to get us together, because this is always so nice if you're really in person together after so long time of COVID restriction. It was really, really nice. And it was interesting because during our ceremony, during the Youth Prize ceremony, there were also some politicians like Katharina Barley. She's, I think, one of the vice presidents of the parliament. She held a speech, and they were all saying, we need to empower the youth and the youngsters, and we should listen. And now with this conference on the future of Europe, we should include the voices of the young people. And I felt really, wow, this is amazing. Yeah, let's go. I felt motivated. But in the course of the event, because then we attended the normal Charlemagne Prize ceremony and the program, then I was thinking, we were attending all of these discussions and events, and also during the award ceremony of the Charlemagne Prize, we weren't even mentioned. They were, welcome to these and these politicians, and welcome to the people of Aachen, stuff like this. But like also we youth prize winners were not mentioned. And I was like, this doesn't correspond with thing you have said before. So yeah, it's nice that the politicians and people saying we need to also include the voices of the young people, but they also should really do it, not just talking. But overall, still it was a great experience, and I think, I left Aachen with a big backpack of motivation and really felt empowered. But still, there's still a big gap between saying and doing something, right?
You mentioned about the project which won the Young Prize, but I want to ask you, what were your favorite project from young Europeans? I'm so curious about this, and maybe you could share with us a little bit of these ideas.
Yeah, it's very hard to pick. They are all very great, and compared to our small podcast, they were also really big events and projects which are run by young people like us in their free time as a hobby, which is really impressive. And it's very hard to pick. I think I didn't even get the chance to speak with all representatives from projects. But I remember one, for example, we will also listen to it in a second, I think, because I collected some voices. There's like a project. It's a big project, and it's happening in different countries. It's the European Young Parliament, stuff like this, where young people simulate the European Parliament, and I think this is great. I think it's happening mostly in high schools, so it's really the spot where high school students get into or get in touch with European politics for the first time. So this is very interesting because I think it's important to include young people at an early stage in politics, and also show them that the European Union and Europe is also concerning them. So this is very interesting. And what I also really love, I personally also follow them on Instagram, is an Italian project. It's called You and You. So they are like doing posts about, stuff, political topics which are happening all around Europe. And it's very nice to have them in my Insta feed because, I just check it out when I'm on Instagram, so that's very nice. But I think I forget also a lot of other really, really nice projects, and there were really a big variety. I mean, not only concerned about politics, but for example, the third winner of this year or of last year, I don't remember. It was a boy from Spain, and he ran a project about inclusion, like people with disabilities, also to include them in our discussions, because normally we might not include them. For example, they were also an art project, so it was really, really diverse and really with a big variety. I like that.
I'm so interested in the first project you said about them, because I remember when I was when I studied, I was part in the project to show in high school how looks the Polish parliament. So I know the young people, especially in high school or teenagers and also adults, have a problem with the ideas of politics, how it works, and this European level is also more abstract than national or local level, where the people didn't know. They, for example, go to European election, to European Parliament, but even don't know who they choose and how work this Parliament. So it's great idea, and I think so. When we talk about this contrast between politics, European politics, and young people, they should more, I think so, explain us how it's work and how European Union works in real.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And in Aachen, I got the chance to get Mia from Denmark. She's the president of the EYP there in front of my microphone. So let's listen to her what the project is about.
All right. Yes, my name is Mia Cecilia, and I am the president of EYP Denmark, for which I'm also representing our project, Odense 2019, which was our third national session of EYP Denmark. And in those sessions, our main aim is to educate young people about what's going on in Europe at the moment, and to help them gain skills in the fields of public speaking, formal English, debating, all those things. So what we do, very practically, is that we gather around 100 young Europeans from several European countries. I think we had 22 countries represented at that session, where we have 4 days. The first one being only for officials, where we prepare them for the whole program and we give them trainings modules and just make them have a good time. First day, actual day, where the delegates, as in the participants, arrive. We will do a lot of team building, making sure that they're comfortable around each other and feeling safe, and then going on the next day to committee work, where the actual work begins, and where they will do the debates. They will sit in small committees where simulating the European Parliament, their committees, and discuss the topic they have been given, which they will, whatever they have presented, they are making ICs and OCs, so introductory clauses, making those and presenting them at the GA, the General Assembly, the day after, again following the formal debate structure. And everything we do here is literally to engage people in European politics and make them active citizens, make them take care of their own future, and just know what's going on around Europe and see how they can work with people across borders, because they will be presented to people from countries they have most likely not worked with before. So we just have like this faith in that people really will gain a lot of knowledge and friendships and just skills they can use in the future from this project.
And the European Youth Parliament is not only in Denmark, but also in other European countries, for example, Slovenia.
Hi, my name is Marco. I'm from Italy and Slovenia. I represent Slovenia. My project was the 6th national and first digital session of EYP Slovenia. It was a 4-day simulation session of the European Parliament with 80 different participants from more than 20 countries. And it was entirely online, obviously, but we still managed and it turned out great.
Besides, I got the chance to speak with Marta from Bulgaria, who was representing the winning project of 2020 for Bulgaria, which is a very meaningful project because it tackles the language barriers within the health system.
Hey, I'm Marta and I'm from Bulgaria and I'm here representing the project Treatment Without Borders. And this is a Bulgarian NGO which helps Bulgarians who need treatment abroad, and also we are hoping to expand to other countries and other nations, and most important, other languages, because our volunteers are already in 20 countries worldwide, most of them in Europe, and we have hundreds of volunteers, 350 to be exact. So lots of people, and we've helped in more than 500 unique cases. What's a unique case? Well, that's a new patient who comes to us and tells that he has or she has a need of medical treatment beyond the borders of their country, and that they need some assistance with that, be it information about where to get their treatment for some rare or how to treat disease, be it how to get there, how to finance that, what sorts of opportunities, regulations the European legal framework offers, and how they can navigate those, because of course that's also a pretty big bureaucratic load. And also when they get on site, they usually need lots of assistance as well, from navigating this scary new place that they found themselves in, through interpretation, translation in medical setting, and being able to more successfully communicate with doctors, all the way to just being there for them and knowing that, hey, here is some guy or some girl who's by my side and I'm not alone, and if something goes wrong, I can basically have a familiar face here. So yeah.
Hello, my name is Antonis. I'm from Greece and I'm the national winner of Greece for the 2020 edition of the European Charlemagne Youth Prize, and I organized summer school for psychological research. So basically students from all over Europe had the chance to join one of 6 cross-cultural research projects. The research projects fell under the theme of communication and learning in the digital age. So we had projects that were about social media and self-image, development of an application for people with depressive symptoms, and other very cool stuff about social media and psychology. And each project was supervised by a PhD or postdoctoral student or graduate. And the aim of the whole program is to provide students with early research experience, to promote cultural exchange, mental health, and the importance of cross-cultural collaboration in scientific practice. And the event was organized through EFPSA, which is the European Federation of Psychology Student Associations, which is a huge NGO that gathers psychology students from 35 countries all around Europe. And yeah, that's about it.
So you can see it's really a big variety of projects which were represented in Aachen, and unluckily I couldn't talk with everyone, but we will put the link in the description for the whole program and for all the list of the winners, so maybe you could also check out the winning project of your home country. And I have 2 more girls, one from Estonia and one from Slovakia, so let's listen to them.
Hi, I'm Anastasia Lemberg-Lvova, and I'm a European Charlemagne Youth Prize winner for my project it started in 2018 and then it went all until 2020. It was an art project that combined a European Youth Parliament session and people there. I basically asked 100 young Europeans how they wanted to improve their home being Europe, so it could be the whole Union, or their town, or their street. It could be for them to decide, and it ended up being a series of videos, cards with their opinions in several languages, and 6 paintings that I realized, and they also had a story from one of the participants. So it was all shown in 2 different galleries in Estonia, and it was also affiliated with a gallery in Italy. And right now I'm working on a new project that also kind of meshes up politics and arts. It's going to be a 2-year-long project, started last year, where we bring together 150 young Europeans who are working in the arts, are artists, musicians, theater performers, or art professionals, so curators, art managers, and so on. And we do an academic theoretical phase where they really learn how the structure works in Europe, how institutions interact with each other, how to make a living in this domain and this field, because it's something that universities don't really much give you when you're studying arts. And then from then on, they're going to realize 2025 cross-border projects in different European cities that they will design during our communication, and then they will carry them out. So you could travel around Europe for a year and see 20-25 different projects carried out in the framework.
And I'm here with Elena from Slovakia. So hi Elena, it's nice to have you here, and maybe you can tell us something about your project.
Hi, nice to meet you. So our project is called My Europe, My Say Slovakia. It was part of a bigger one, My Europe, My Say, which was held mainly by the World Organization of Scout Movement and then AEGE. And also, that's pretty much, and also supported by Erasmus Plus program. So the main goal for us was to support young adults to be active citizens, and so we prepared like series of tasks and also materials to some kind of educational events. Mm-hmm.
So I hope now you have a better impression of the other people who were there in Aachen. I think now we can move on to the last question.
The last question is it's my favorite question, because I hope you said a lot of things, very very nice moments. But please pick up one your favorite moments of this event. It could be moments, it could be meetings. What do you want?
So a moment which really stayed in my head was, I think it was on the first evening. So it was kind of fancy, because after dinner there was a professional photograph who took pictures of us, like the portrait picture, which had to be shown then at the award ceremony. And it was in a restaurant, I would call it. And there was a piano. Then people started to play the piano, just like random songs everyone knows. And then people started to sing along and stuff like this. I also played the piano, and this was really great. I mean, it was kind of these moments where European young people come together just at a random place, or not that random, but in a moment it felt like very substantial, and just come together, do something together, and feel that we are like not so different. I mean, although we come from different backgrounds, different cultures, speak a different mother tongue, this moment was just really, really nice, because everyone was feeling the same after COVID, after so long and not meeting people in real life, having this special moment together to share. So this was really, really nice. And apart from this, also just to hear about all these great projects. Of course, we will link all those projects. Also, these projects which you just heard in the interview, we will link them. And you can check them out also online, of course, because they are really worth to share.
Thank you so much, Paula, for just saying your story. And I want to add, I'm so proud of you, Paula. You represent our podcast, and you are just the best host in our podcast. And so much thank you. You put a lot of energy doing this podcast. I hope we will release the new episode soon.
Yes, thank you a lot, Roxana, also for saying this. I mean, yes, it was me who was going to Aachen, who was receiving this nice certificate and the medal. But of course, there are a lot of people behind the podcast, not only Jose and me who are hosting, but also you doing the social media, all the other people of the youth and supporting in the logistic and organizational part. And you can already look forward to then the next episode, which is going to be about the European Youth event in Strasbourg, where I also went and collected some voice. And just to tell a bit what it's about. But for now, we say goodbye. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to check out our social media and, of course, the social media from the other projects. Right? So thank you a lot for listening, and Hear you soon. Bye bye.